Ladies and gentle ladies, welcome in to the DRS round 6 stream. It's a race around Belgium today, so we'll see what's in store for us. That'll be very interesting. Just going to pull up the standings now. It's been a couple of races since I've actually looked at these, to be quite honest. Did catch last week with who was it? Who got the win last week? We'll start with that. It's a great question. And last week our winner was Mr. Senna. It was Mr. Senna who got our win last week. So congratulations to him. With Joker in P2, Jax Daniels in P3, Swanton, Syme, Sloth, Alnew and Smug-Git rounding up the pro drivers. And then King Kong won last week with Late Bloomer, Skippy, 50 Gent, Easy Life, Sainsy and Rogue Nico following them home. Now, we've obviously got the most important driver in 12th in the pro standings, myself. Apart from that, we've got Joker currently sitting at the top of the table with Mr. DRS Syme sitting 3 points behind in second. You'll have to give me one moment. I am just setting up the stream so I can see your guys' chats. There we go. Got Swanton 8 points behind Joker, Senna 14, Mr. Pickle 17, and then a bit of a jump to Jax Daniels, who is 32 points behind. But we've got 5 drivers there, which are all within one race win of first place, which is looking good for a championship battle here. And hopefully we see some good racing in Belgium. So previously in Belgium, the absolute fastest lap record. Wow, what a man this is held by. Real Weld Max, not sure who that is. The pro lap record held by Real Max World, which is spelt correctly there. And then the pro-am lap time taken by DRS Alnew. 22 race laps have been done here, so only one race and 22 laps in this race in total, which is 154 kilometers. And in total, we have had how many races? 7 races here in DRS, with this being, I believe, season 10? Oh, season 11. Apologies. 43% chance of a safety car and a 14% chance of rain. So it should be a spicy one today. Hopefully. Ooh, there are 3. Okay. Okay. It appears that Mr. Smug-Git is having some streaming errors. That's not good. Am I? Nope. No, I'm still up and running. There we go. Perfect. And we are over onto the main stream. Hello, everybody, and welcome in to the DRS round 6 around Spa-Francorchamps. Today, you're not joined by Blobby Butler. You'll notice these depressing tones are coming from your current world champion, Real Max World, or if we go on from the Pro-Am lap record, Real World Max, that good old guy. Sorry, just had to say it. But I was just saying, we've got a title fight on in the Pro Championship here. I'll bring it up onto the screen in just 1 second. Let's have a little look. Let's have a look at the overall table first. We'll start with that one. So, our overall table. We'll full screen that. We have Joker currently sitting in P1 overall. Syme closely behind, followed by Swanton, Senna, and Pickle, who are all within 1 race win of first place. This could lead to a very, very interesting title fight here. You also notice 2 people in 4th and 5th, both with DNFs. Obviously, consistency being key. Speaking of consistency, you wouldn't believe Mr. What's his name? Mr. Swanton, sorry. Mr. Swanton, he is. I mean, can I just say, what a man. What a man Swanton is. I am definitely paid to say this. Swanton beating the DNF record in DRS last week. And, I mean, I'm just so very impressed. It's takes a lot to do that, and only a true man like Swanton could do that. So I think we should all give him a round of applause. Like I said, I am paid to say these things, so please save me, please. Apart from that, we have, well, following them, we have Jax Daniels, Sloth, Smug, Colin, and then 50 Gent, our top pro-am, 50 Gent with 18 points. But I don't believe those standings are the same when we go to the pro-am drivers title. Nope, I'm completely wrong. They are. There we go. Our boy 50 Gent up there with 2 race wins and sitting in first by 25 points from King Kong. King Kong, our winner from last week. But it will be interesting to see what happens between those two in Belgium. Not sure if 50 Gent is having, well, is on tonight. I believe he is running off a hot spot. So yeah, we'll have to see with young 50 Gent. Other than that, we've got some other very close championship battles from 2nd down to 6th, all within 25 points of one another, and with 6 rounds left to go. 6, right? I think it's 6. That sounds about right. With, yes, 6 rounds to go. No, well, 7 rounds to go, including tonight. It will be a very interesting one. And we are just going to jump in. I need to actually join the lobby. That would be very helpful. Thinking about it now. There we go. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we're straight in. I think I clicked it in time. The button registered, so I don't think I'm driving. If I am driving, I don't know, do we just do an impromptu race as commentary? No, it looks like I am not in. Lucky me, because I have not done any practice or anything. No practice at all. Okay. Who are we waiting for? There we go, we are live. We are live now. We are still waiting for players. Let's see who is going to come off. Oh, sorry, we're doing a one-shot quali. Completely forgot to mention. But it is a sprint weekend. We're doing a one-shot quali. And then a... I saw it earlier in the Discord. Where is it? One-shot quali. Here we go. And starting, it is a dry track, but it does look a little bit overcast. We're riding on board with Senna into the first corner. Hitting Apex very nicely. I completely forget that they have redone Spa-Francorchamps, and we do now have the new paintwork and the new gravel traps. Let's see what Senna can do around here, but at the moment, it is looking like it's going to be DRS Syme looking good for pole through the first couple of corners here. Very strange reflection there. We see Senna's helmet. Lucky everyone else, I say. Lucky everyone else. But no, at the moment, Mr. Pickle actually jumps up there. Let's ride on board with Syme, as he was our previous leader, as we go through, well, now we go through No Name corner, and down into the... See, I'm blanking on every name here. This is really good. I'm not Blobby, unfortunately. I am not Blobby. I don't have the same minerals as he does. But Syme still coming through the second sector now. And through 17 and 18, Syme goes. Swanton actually jumps up into pole position so far as... oh, well, we'll ride on board with Swanton in the Alpine. Alpine last year around Spa having their special Deadpool and Wolverine liveries. Those... or, sorry, was it? Yeah, it was Deadpool and Wolverine liveries. Oh, but Swanton seems to have lost out a lot there on the straight. Will he make some of that up through the corners? Just about. But it's going to be Senna on sprint pole. Syme second, Pickle third. And I didn't see much else apart from Swanton in seventh. It's not the result that he would have been wanting there. Not the result he would have been wanting at all. But we line up with Senna on pole. Syme second, Mr. Pickle third, Smug fourth, King Kong, our Pro-Am pole, in 5th. Sloth Swanton, Late Bloomer, Joker, Skippy, Projecti, Al New, Easy Life, 50 Gent, and Signsy, who was DSQ'd for exceeding track limits. Naughty, naughty. Interesting that our Pro-Am champion, or sorry, our Pro-Am leader at the moment, 50 Gent, is down in 14th place now. 3 seconds behind the pro pole sitter. It's not what he would have been wanting. Max, good evening. Hello, Bazza. Spa, let's go. It is an exciting one, and we have a wet race, or a wet sprint race at least. Now this is going to be very exciting. We did see Swanton dropping a lot of positions on the straight there. So are we going to see why? Has he gone for a high downforce setup on what is usually a low downforce track? If that is the case, then Swanton could be on for some nice points in this race. Let's see what the bald man has. Let's see what he's got. Sorry, I just had to include it. He gets annoyed when I don't. Oh dear. Anyway, it seems that the DRS stream is acting up a little bit. Hopefully, Mr. Git can sort that out. I take it back. I've accidentally just clicked into Swanton's stream, and I have seen the setup that he is running, and it is not low downforce. But anyway, I'm looking forward. Oh no, 50 Gent has dropped out. Let's see if we can get him back in. 50. There he is. We'll invite him in. Hopefully he can get in before the end of this one. It'd be a big shame for him to lose those positions, or to lose further positions and a chance at points. I can't speak today. Jesus. Wow. We are waiting for the good to go from Swanton. In the meantime, you know what? We'll have a little look at the championships again. Our lowest. Oh, what am I saying? What am I saying? well, let's go back to this. Let's jump onto this. Our Belgium form guide. So our best finisher at Belgium is Swanton, who has a best of first in Season 1 and Season 7. 2 wins for Swanton here. No win for any other driver currently going. Yeah, Swanton with 2 wins. Hogging the wins, I'd say, a little bit. But Colin and Joker both with a second. Syme and Levi with a third. Also King Kong with a P3. Smug, 50 and Sloth with P4s. Skippy with a P5. Rogue Nico, Easy Life, and Al Newt with P8s. Senna with a P9, so it's not been the strongest track for him. Mr. Pickle also with a P9. Signsy with P11. Myself with P14, even though I've got fastest lap. So, really hasn't been a good track for me. And Marvski with nothing. Diddly squat for Marvski. And now we are on our formation lap here. We have the main man, Senna, on pole. He is known for many things, is Senna. Driving the kick Sauber is one of them. Driving perfectly in all situations is another one of them. Hopefully we can see a perfect drive, another perfect drive from Senna, just like in Abu Dhabi. He is going to pull away from the rest of them and absolutely smash it out of the park, and not into a wall, hopefully. There's the jinxing done. Sorry, Senna. Obviously, we do have DRS Syme right behind him there. Probably looking very closely at his rear end at the moment. Bazza, don't get jealous. And our P3 at the moment is Mr. Pickle, who does have 2 Mercedes lining up behind him. Could there be some team games at play there? Obviously, all of the boys in a VC together usually, which can be a bit disadvantageous, not having the communication with the next place down or the next person along, saying to work together or not to fight on this one. It can be difficult. We're going to put the track map on, we're going to put the details away and the gaps away, and we are going to let the lights count down our start here. And we have 5 lights. And off they go. Senna looking like he's got a good start. Everyone ghosting at the start there. A laggy 50 gent at the back, and Senna is well out of the way. Well clear of everyone else as we follow along with Smug Git. Pickle managing to jump Syme off the start. Let's ride on board with Syme as they go through Eau Rouge. Not side by side in this one, but do we have any side-by-sides along the grid? I can't see anything at the moment. That looks like Project Ty having a little slide there on exit, but everyone makes it through the first couple of corners very nice and cleanly here. And Senna has already pulled what looks to be a second. Let's have a look at the gap. 8 tenths already Senna has got on Mr. Pickle. He will be chasing him down though. Let's see what he's got as Joker jumps past Late Bloomer. Let's have a little look at position changes at the start. No one jumping up more than 1 position. A very safe start, which is what we wanted. Easy Life, unfortunately, down 2 at the moment. Not sure what's happened there, but they are all still pretty much all within a second, apart from our race leader, Senna, who is just driving like Senna, especially in the wet here. Beautiful stuff. Let's hope he doesn't bottle it, eh? Sorry, I had to say that one. That's also in the contract. And we are going to jump back to Swanton, who looks to be pushing King Kong around the track here. King Kong, obviously a Pro-Am, so this isn't Swanton's battle, but we just see there seems to be a real pace difference between between everyone else on a straight and Swanton. He looks to be struggling, but we are going to go on board with Sloth as he gets a nice view of Syme and Smug battling for the podium positions. Senna across the line with a sub 2 minute lap. Nice stuff, especially on those fuel loads. Let's see, are there going to be any moves further down the grid here? We're riding on board, and King Kong looking racy behind Sloth. Maybe Sloth is the cork in the bottle, not King Kong. They all make it through there very nice and cleanly. We've got so many cars in one small space of track as they go 3 wide. King Kong on the grass there against Sloth, and Swanton going up the inside of both of them. Big squeeze on exit there. That might be taken to the stewards. King Kong won't be happy, and he might lose another place to Joker in the process. And they touch. Joker and King Kong touching. That is not what you want to see. These cars very sturdy, we'll say, and managing to get rid of any issues that might have, or not have any issues caused by that. As we see 50 Gent staying in over, no, Sciency overtaking 50 Gent at the back there. Senna really pulling a big gap here. Not sure if it's a wet setup for against people that don't have them, but a seriously impressive drive by Senna so far. Another purple sector. I think someone needs to check his PC. Someone needs to check his hard drive. Not for anything strange. Anyway, let's jump back on. Oh, and my screen has gone very blank. There we go. We're back. And King Kong close behind Late Bloomer, but no moves are going to get done into there. Okay. So King Kong with that little bit of a collision with Joker. Oh, as we have Skippy off at the back there, who was going against Late Bloomer, I believe. Not a good run out of that corner for him. Or maybe he just went wide. Could have just gone wide. But now we see Joker on the back of Sloth. He did this last lap. Sloth really squeezing Joker there. That's not what you want to see. But Sloth overtakes, that is overtaken by Joker. Tucks back into that rooster tail coming out of the back of the car. And Sloth has now rid himself of Joker has now rid himself of Sloth. I can't talk today, okay? It's not good. It's not a good time. But we do have a battle right here. Smug, I thought he was going to go up the inside there, and Swanton squeezes through on Smug. Very risky move for the man who has no DNFs, apart from one. Obviously, our record breaker last week, setting that record, and hoping to extend it today, I'm sure. When I say no DNFs, there's a little asterisk above that for the DNF that he did in quali a couple weeks ago. He did crash, didn't he? But Smug looked like he might have shaped up a move there, but he's not going to send it. Probably the smart thing to do, especially on lap 3. But Senna has just run away with it. Senna is absolutely gone on these tyres. I assume everyone is on Inters. I think they'd be crazy not to, especially with how the Inters are on this game. But we'll jump back down. We see King Kong tucked up behind Sloth here. Now, these two did come to blows earlier in the race. King Kong obviously losing out there. So, will Sloth finally pay for what happened? Hopefully not, as he gets very close up the back of Sloth there. Sticks a nose in, but Sloth later on the brakes and keeps King Kong behind. This is feeding King Kong back into Late Bloomer here. So that's definitely a bit worrying, as we see Swanton and Smug very close again through this area. Last time we saw Smug going off the track and losing a position because of it, but this time we have Joker right on the back of Syme. Swanton really seems to have some pace against Syme here. Let's see what the Alpine man can do. Nothing through this sector, probably a good idea, but they are so close here. Syme really seems to be struggling. Does he have a dry setup on for the full race as they launch into sector 3? Swanton very aggressive on the curbs there. You wouldn't usually want to be that aggressive on curbs in the wet, but it doesn't matter. Swanton's got the confidence to do it anyway, and it looks like he might have the confidence to send one into the bus stop. I thought that was a penalty for Swanton. It would just be track limits, I'd imagine, but he tucks back in behind. No getting past Syme on this lap, unless he can get the traction out of here. No, he can't. And Senna running away with it. Wow. I mean, there are many ways I'm sure Pickle would have wanted this race to go, but this isn't one of them, with Senna running away with it. Hopefully he can keep it on the track as we see him at the top of Radion there. Very impressive. And there we go. We saw Swanton go off once earlier this lap, and he's gone off twice. Swanton, not usually one to pick up an in-game penalty, picks up a 3-second penalty in the race. That is going to drop him back quite a few positions here. This could drop him back to P6. So he wants to get past Syme here, and he'll want to get past very quickly. Syme just seems to have the pace in the straights, and Swanton isn't making those moves stick in the corners, as he gets a little bit of curb there and just goes a little bit offline, losing a little bit of time. But we've got Syme, Swanton, Smug and Joker all within a second of each other, fighting for P3. One other person I'd just like to say, Pickle has just ran away with it a little bit as these two have been fighting. It's a good shift from Pickle so far, and Swanton is pushing him through the corners. Swanton might need to make a move work in an impromptu place here to get past Syme. So he really just doesn't have that pace down the straights, does he? No such pace down the straights, but in the corners he seems mighty. Smug, even just looking behind, he wants that fourth position. He might fancy himself for third as well. He did qualify there. Oh, sorry, he qualified in fourth. He would have been looking at that podium position and thinking, that is a bit of me, that. But nothing doing so far. 2 laps to go. Who is going to make the most of it here? What we'll do is we'll stick on this battle for a little bit, because this is looking exciting at the moment. Here we go. Is there going to be any action down this straight? Can Smug catch the slow Swanton in a straight, that is? No doing into that corner there. Nothing happening at all, apart from Al Newt jumping past Skippy. Skippy, we saw him off in the gravel a little bit earlier. He seems to be struggling a little bit in the sprint race. Pokes a nose up the inside there, but nothing doing, as these four stay very static from the last time that we saw them. And was that Syme kicking the arse out there? Very interesting way to take that corner, but you never know. And is Swanton actually looking for a move into here? No, Syme closes the door. Swanton so close behind, but are we going to see the same thing again? Are we going to see Swanton losing it on the straight? Maybe we're not. Maybe Swanton has found that straight line speed he needs. No! Look at that. Look at the pace difference. It's night and day between the Alpine and the Red Bull, as Smug sends one to the inside in the bus stop. Smug and Swanton, the two league owners, up the inside. And there's a bit of a squeeze there, and Smug is off track. And will this allow Joker to squeeze through now? No, Smug and Swanton still alongside into the first corner. Swanton goes deeper, and is he going to get the better run out of it? Yes, he is. Smug and Swanton, surely they aren't going to go side by side through Eau Rouge and Radion. Yes, they are. No, he bails out, and Joker with a beautiful move up and around the outside of Smug Git there through Eau Rouge and Radion. And is Joker going to make it 3 against Swanton? Swanton who... Oh, that's not what you want to do, Swanton. You can't move back over in the braking zone. And that has put a stop to Joker's run of possibly beautiful overtakes there. Very nicely done, Joker. Swanton, maybe don't do that. But anyway, let's see if we can just let's relax a bit, guys. Let's relax. Let's keep it chilled. Let's just have a relaxing rest of the race. I'm sure that's what everyone at home really wants to see. It doesn't seem like Joker can hear me because he is right behind Swanton now as 50 Gen and Easy Life battle at the back. And Joker there, obviously losing or gaining on Swanton on the straights, but sliding around that corner. See Swanton with higher wings, so he gets a bit more downforce through there, which is what he needs. And Joker, oh no! That was a bit of contact, and that is a real issue for Joker and Swanton. Swanton getting a little tap from Joker there, just a little love tap. And that, could that lead to anything? I don't think so. He hasn't gained much from it, but we'll ride with on the off-board cameras on the last lap of the race, or on the last lap of the sprint race, and see if Joker can get past Swanton. He's looked like he's had the straight line speed, but Swanton just seems to have that little bit more pace as he actually closes up to the back of Syme there a little bit. Obviously Joker is going to get past Swanton with that 3-second penalty, but Swanton will still be pushing regardless. You never know. He is the stewards after all. He might get it removed. But as we see, they're so close through this sector. Syme seeming to struggle a little bit as he was a bit out of the fight the last couple of laps. Syme going defensive into there, holding his line, which is what he needs to do, just putting that car in places that Swanton can't get through. And now down to the back straight. We are going to sit on board with this battle. And it is Swanton. He hasn't got it in a straight line, unfortunately. And Joker might have it in a straight line. Let's see what Joker can do into the bus stop. Nothing doing there. And Senna, our race winner, takes it home. Senna take a bow with a 6-second dominant performance there. Pickle in second, Syme third, Joker fourth, Smug fifth, Swanton all the way down to sixth there with that penalty. Then Sloth, King Kong, Late Bloomer, Skippy, Al Newt, Project Ty, and it looks like then 50 Gen and Easy Life after penalties. No face cam, sorry, the bald head was too shiny today. And Easy Life dropping down with that penalty, and our final driver, keep the round of applause going to Sainsy in the Williams, who is going to do a little bit of a burnout for us by the looks of it. No, he is reversing. You know what? Seems reasonable as Sainsy reverses across to take P15 in the sprint. A very interesting race there. Is how we'll put it. Very interesting indeed. Unfortunate for some, Looking at people like King Kong, who just dropped back in that one, but very fortunate for others. And there we go. Our winner of the sprint race is Mr. Senna. Pickle second, Syme third, Joker fourth, Smug Git fifth, Swanton sixth, Sloth seventh, then King Kong, Late Bloomer, Skippy, Alnute, Project Tie, 50 Gent, Easy Life, and Signsy. Very nicely done there by all involved. Okay, and that is good news as our race is going to start in 15 seconds now. Very, very good. Oh, apologies, we have one shot quali again. Let's see if the result is any different after our 8 laps here. You know what, we'll sit on board with our race winner from earlier, Mr. DRS Senna. Ride on board with him on a lap of Spa. And there we go. Our pole sitter last time is our pole sitter again, Senna, with a dominant display in that quali session. Very, very dominant. And actually, I'm interested. Can we scroll back in Discord? Can we scroll back and see what the pole times were last season? I don't think we can, unfortunately. It would be in Championship. Unfortunately, we can't. But I would love to see what the pole times were from people like Craggy and myself in previous seasons and see how close Senna is to those, because something tells me it would be quite close. Very, very well done there to Senna. Oh, is this it? No, this is fastest laps, unfortunately. Uh, aha! Hello. We've found it. Belgium. Now, actually, I'm taken aback. I am taken aback, as our qualies were, well, Craggy's quali was a lot faster than Senna's there, but that was with multiple runs. But anyway, very similar time to what I got from the looks of it. If we add up the times, pretty much, yeah, very, very similar between old Real Maxwell back in his prime and Senna. Senna still not far off. It looks like it has always been a pretty good track for the young man. He pays me to say that. Absolutely. Have we got any predictions for the race? Any guesses as to who might win? And here we go. On the formation lap, we have Senna, Joker, King Kong. King Kong with a magnificent quali there as he jumps to P3. Sloth, Smug, Late Bloomer, Sainsy, 50 Gent, Easy Life, Sime, Alnew, Skippy, Swanton, Project I, and Mr. Pickle, who's really not had a good quali there. A couple of our pro-ams actually quite down there, further down than you'd expect. Obviously that being Pickle, Swanton and Sime. Very very unfortunate quali there for them. But we do have dry running for the start of the race here. We'll just have to wait and see how the rest of it plans out. Here they are. They're lined up very nicely here. Syme, very out of his grid box there. The only one that's not in line. But we have 5 lights. And we're away for the DRS Season 11 Grand Prix of Spa. Down into the first corner. Senna flies, but he's a little bit wide there and almost gets collected by Joker. This is going to allow King Kong to go up the inside into Eau Rouge in first place. Our Pro-Am leader in this race is currently in P1, but Senna wants that position right back after he got tapped by Joker. King Kong closing the door and jumping back in line as Smug goes up the insider slot there. Late Bloomer looking racy behind as we have a bit of contact there between Sainsy and 50, I think. No damage so far, but 50 with some internet issues jumping around all over the place. As Senna looks to hopefully break that DRS within a lap. That is what he'll be aiming for here. That is definitely what he'll be aiming for. But a very good start for King Kong. Momentarily up into the lead from P3. Syme up 3 positions there. Mr. Pickle up 1 on Skippy. However, I would say that has probably been a bit of team orders from different teams, as we all know, some things that happen in VC stay in VC. As Smug and Late Bloomer fight into the bus stop chicane here. Smug on those mediums with Late Bloomer behind on the softs, so there's a bit of a pace or a tyre difference there, which is causing that pace difference. Let's jump on and see what tyres people are running. Senna, oh sorry, apologies, King Kong probably getting Senna off the line because of those softs there, and the little tap from Joker, which I'm sure helped him on his way. And here we see Late Bloomer right behind Syme as he looks to the inside. Nothing doing so far, no. And Syme just about manages to keep Late Bloomer behind. Sainsy also overtaking 50 Gent there, even with that very difficult connection. And now we have Swanton and Pickle next to each other on the track. This can only ever go wrong, and I'm so excited to commentate over it. But we are going to jump back up to the start as King Kong has actually got past Senna again. Completely missed that one. Did Senna have a little off there? It doesn't look like it. There doesn't seem to be much dirt on the car. So I think King Kong might just have some crazy pace in this race. Let's see. Does Senna have the straight line speed? We didn't see him against anyone head to head last race, as we have Late Bloomer dropping back. It looks like he might have had a spin there, and another one into the tyre barrier. And oh, Bloomer, you are on the grass, buddy. Be careful. And Late Bloomer on those softs might have overheated them, and certainly isn't cooking in this race. Let's jump back here and see what's going on, as we see Mr. Pickle past 50 Gent, who had a little bit of a funny run through there. Not sure if that was lag related or what, but Mr. Pickle is back behind Swanton. That'll be his target for this race. Finish ahead of Swanton. But I think Swanton has got DRS, and I don't think Mr. Pickle does. No, he doesn't. But Pickle's so quick into there, and Project High all over the place. Pickle, is he going to make a move through into here? Yes, he is. Pickle up the inside. He says, I need to follow Swanton, and makes a beautiful move through that little hairpin there. Very nicely done there from Mr. Pickle, showing us how clean racing is done. Obviously, it's his training on iRacing. And he is looking for the move on Swanson as he goes around the outside there and is very interesting. And the rejoin takes out Project Ty apparently. It'll be very interesting to see that incident. Not what the stewards say, because well, we know how that can be. But very interesting there from yeah, very interesting. It looked like the door was shut, but I'm not certain. And 50 has unfortunately retired, and that has brought out a safety car. Those soft runners will probably be a bit thankful. But who has managed to jump into the pits? Pickle has jumped in, and Ty has also jumped in. Those are the two that won't lose out, but the rest are caught by the safety car. So this is a free pit stop for Pickle and Ty. Those are the only two that are going to gain from this. So the rest are going to suffer with those older tyres as Pickle and Ty get the opportunity to jump onto some fresh rubber, unlike the rest of the grid. Honestly, that probably couldn't have happened at a better time for Pickle there. And also Late Bloomer, who jumps into the pits for some hards. These three are not going to be quicker than everyone else, as their tyres are still relatively new. But could they make these tyres go 19 laps? I say yes, but I can't wait to see what the actual answer will be. Senna back into first place, completely missed that one, as we have a pile up. Good old F1 safety cars. It wouldn't be the same if there wasn't a pile up. I don't think anyone's got damage, I hope not. But can we actually get a little look to see if anyone's got damage? It doesn't look like it. Everyone getting off a little bit lucky there. And as you can see, Mr. Pickle already on the back of the safety car queue. So if anyone pits now, they are going to come out behind Mr. Pickle and Project Ty. Let's see what happens here. Are we going to see our soft runners coming into the pits? Let's ride on board with King Kong. Does the Mercedes, the front running Mercedes, our Pro-Am leader, jump into the pits on those softs? It's really unfortunate with the time of that safety car, but Senna didn't manage to get ahead of it. Does anyone pit? Yes! We have two that jump into the pits, Simon and Smug both jumping in, Sloth as well, and Swanton. So even though what happened to Pickle might have been a bit of an issue previously, Pickle is not going to have to come up against Swanton here, as he will actually drop to last in this race. Very unfortunate for him, but it might be the better call. Even though they're losing places on track, that this might have swapped the complexion of the race around. And I'd just like to say, Mr. Pickle, overall I'd say, for this race at the moment, is the person that I would put the best bet on getting the win. I think with the drivers that he has ahead of him, there's a high chance he'll be able to get past Skippy, obviously his good friend, who I would guess would probably let him past, as we have Smug trying to do a Senna from a couple of years ago. It's the best way to put it. Smug diving off the track there, not really sure what happened. But what I'd say is Mr. Pickle with Skippy ahead of him, who I'd imagine will probably just let him through at some point. Easy Life, who is on those mediums. Al Newt, who is also a Pro-Am on those mediums, who I believe Pickle will have the pace on. His teammate, Sainsy, who I'd imagine will let his teammate past. And these are the three that seem like they might pose a bit of a challenge to Pickle's race win at this point. I'm going to predict at this point that Pickle is going to get this race win. Very bold statement, but I know he can handle the pressure. Senna, who did pull away magnificently in the rain, just doesn't seem to have the same pace in the dry from what we've seen. Obviously, he's exhibited it in quali, but not in the race so far. Let's see what he's got. But safety car is in this lap. No more chances at pit stops for anyone. Let's see how Senna leads them off the line. We're going to ride on board with King Kong here. Let's see what the Mercedes driver has got in store for us. Obviously those softs only did 2 laps on them, so are they going to be good? Okay, here we go. As King Kong is led away by Senna. King Kong maybe not keeping the same heat in those tyres as the others. And nothing happening on the first corner there. No movement. But Project Ty does get a 3-second penalty. Not sure how he's managed to get that on one of the most difficult places to do it on the track with that gravel there on the exit now. And no moves being made into here, but Joker managing to get past King Kong now. Joker, our pro driver on those mediums, catching Mr. Senna now. Now we haven't seen a position change between Skippy and and Mr. Pickle yet, but I feel like we might see that very soon now. Maybe Mr. Pickle saying, hold off until I've got some heat in these tyres. Probably doesn't feel that comfortable on them just yet. Let's see what we've got here. This Sloth with a possible move on Late Bloomer. Doesn't look like it. Oh, yes, it does look like it. I would have kept it planted around there. Oh, and he sends a bit of a last-minute dive and takes out Late Bloomer. This has not been Bloomer's race, especially not around this part of the track, as Mr. Sloth does kill him. And now Sloth is going to defend from Swanton. A little bit of weaving going on there, Sloth. But I guess once you've made one racing incident, why not make them all? Isn't that right? And Sloth just managing to go a little bit deeper into that corner there on the fresh tyres. But Alpine not having a good race here so far. Obviously Swanton was managing to climb up the field, but he's going to have to do it all over again. And it looks like it is getting a little bit overcast. Could we see a little bit more rain today? Got Joker with the DRS open behind Senna. Nothing doing into that turn there. Al Newton signs you very close, and we have seen Mr. Pickle get past Skippy now. Mr. Pickle in P5. There is a big train behind them, but I'm sure Skip will put up a very solid defence here. Are we going to see a switch between the V-Carb boys? It would be smart to do it. Hello, 50 Gent. What happened in your race, sir? What happened? And there we go. There's the switch between Easy Life and Syme. Nothing doing there from Smug. Mr. Pickle. Pickle. How have you got a 3-second? Pickle putting his race in jeopardy. And talking about jeopardy, they almost went 3 wide through there. As Swanton makes the move that Pickle tried to make on him and makes it stick. Sloth obviously very accepting of that one there, unlike what I think happened in the defence between Swanton and Pickle. And there goes Swanton past Easy Life as well. Swanton on a storm on those hard tyres. And, oh, that's a little touch off track. I was going to ask you. Oh, did you have a little network thing happen? That's my guess. Was it network related? But here we see Sloth and Easy Life having a battle here. Everyone was driving through me, internet issue. Yeah, we did see you jumping around on there, and just unfortunate that that's brought out a safety car. Oh, and Syme and Skippy now battling. And is Syme looking for a move on Mr. Pickle? Not yet. Mr. Pickle, who seems to have stalled a bit on those hard tyres. Not sure what's happened to him, as Syme really looks to have the pace behind him. There's not many battles around the track that are closer than this. As we see Smug and Easy Life now. Easy Life taking a defensive line into that corner and then switch. Oh no, keeping the defensive line. Very well done there, and that's a reactive move to defend. That's not very good. And Smug managing to get that move done, gave him just enough space. Very nicely done. And I've got to say it, here's the bottle. What has happened to Senna there? Oh dear, Senna. Oh dear, indeed. Senna on those 7-lap-old mediums. Is he struggling on those tyres? That's got to be the question. Is he going to pull into the pits? No. No damage by the looks of it. Just a little bit of over-rotation through that corner. And that is going to put him right into the view of Mr. Pickle. But Senna. Oh dear. Can he still maintain something of that lead? Can he get back up there and pass the guys ahead? Mr. Pickle still not making any inroads as we see Al New overtake King Kong, and that is not for the Pro-Am lead because Al New is a pro. My bad on that one. But King Kong and Sainsy, two Pro-Ams very close here. As Joker is actually pulling away with the lead now. Very, very impressive by Joker so far. He's had a good race overall. Even with the incident that he had in the sprint. And yeah, we've got Sainsy really close to the back of King Kong here. Very, very close. Senna, who is catching them back up now and keeping Mr. Pickle out of DRS, which I'm sure is what we'll be going for. If I were Pickle, I would be giving it everything right now to catch up to Mr. Senna. Syme obviously staying just behind Pickle on the mediums though, and I'm not sure if those are going to last till the end. Be a very impressive stint for them too, but there could be a chance of another safety car, you never know. And Pickle managing to get past Skippy there, and also Sloth, who's let through by his teammate Skippy there. McLaren boys working very nicely there. Here we go. Syme could have a run onto Mr. Pickle. Is he going to go up the inside of the Williams? Yes, he is, and it looks like it's already done before the corner. Thank you very much. Syme will be taking that position. Pickle with a bit of a better exit, but I don't think there's anything to be done there. Unless he goes for one of his crazy sends. We know he's got one in him. And next on the line will be Sainsy. Maybe the Williams team have some cards to play to get Pickle back past Syme using Sainsy. We will have to see. And there we go, Syme up the inside of Sainsy and gets the move done into there, but Sainsy putting up a nice defence, and this is going to allow Pickle to have another try, but nothing doing there. And Pickle will want to get past his teammate, but unfortunately doesn't look like it's going to work. Now Swanton on the back of Pickle as well. It's going to be Swanton getting past Pickle by the looks of it, as Pickle moves to the inside to attack and defend simultaneously, and up the inside of Syme. And and that's a squeeze from Syme there. Very interesting. And we see 50 Gent leaving as we are halfway through this race. Now, can Pickle make it past Syme on this lap? Syme seems to have a little bit more pace than Pickle, and managing to get past him originally, as there's just going a little bit slowly through that corner, or very quickly on the entry was Pickle, and that has actually fed him back into Swanton now. Let's see what happens between the Alpine and the Williams here. And Pickle looks like he's got a run on Syme again, and Pickle moves up the inside, and there we go. Swanton and Syme almost coming together there. Very big squeeze, and Pickle squeezing through. Nice racing from all three drivers there. Very nice overtake from Pickle. Jack Daniel asking, why is Senna last? Senna had a spin and has then pit on to fresh hards. Joker, no, sorry, not Joker. Pickle, Swanton, Syme, Sloth, Smug, Ty, and Bloomer all pit under a safety car, whereas everyone with 11 lap old tyres, or that's recently has pit in normal race conditions. Senna having a little bit of a spin on this corner here, actually, which dropped him down to P5, and he then pit from there. No damage for him, but not the race he would have wanted, I'd imagine. Now, let's see, is there going to be another chapter in this story between Pickle, Swanton and Syme? It's been a good battle so far. What have they got? Let's actually jump back and watch from Syme's POV. Our driver in last, who should get the best slipstream down the straight here. Hopefully we see some big overtakes here, as we see Sainsy and Easy Life pit now. Sainsy onto softs for the rest of the race, which is a bold choice, as Pickle moves to break the slipstream, and nothing doing down that straight there. Swanton really closing up though through that corner, and will be on the back of Pickle through sector 2 now. Pickle really harvesting through there by the looks of it. The flashing lights in the back of the car indicating that Pickle is harvesting DRS here, and rightfully so. I doubt anyone is going to make a move through that sector. Very twisty turny, not many opportunities, and we saw Pickle and Swanton earlier in this race having a little bit of a a moment through those corners. So I'd imagine that Swanton would have been thinking, if I stick a nose up the inside here, am I going to lose it? And the answer would be yes. He definitely would have, especially with what happened earlier. King Kong getting very close to the back of Late Bloomer after his pit stop as well. And Pickle shaping up a defence, but Swanton is going to make the move up the inside into the bus stop chicane. But as Pickle played a masterful game here, yes he has, straight with the DRS, and Syme burning, I'd imagine, to get back past Pickle. As these two go side by side, Pickle keeping it very tight and actually getting the switchback. Beautiful little switchback there from Pickle. And now they are going to go onto the Kemmel Straight. And will Pickle then burn now to get back past Swanton? I think it might be a little far, but Pickle has never known a send that's too far away. Let's see, nothing happening there. But, sorry, apologies, Syme managing to get past Pickle. Completely messed that one up. Syme managing to get past Pickle and nothing doing there. I thought Pickle might have had a really nice switchback there, but I was wrong. It's the problem with having all blue cars everywhere. As now there is a gap forming between Syme and Swanton. Pickle will probably be feeling like he's being held back at this point. And that's not what he wants, as I'm sure Syme's tyres are probably starting to wear a little bit too much for his liking. As we see Skippy and Joker now pitting, someone who was our race leader jumping into the pits for soft tyres, and he comes out just behind Senna now. Just behind Senna on the softs, so Joker in P8 after pit stops. Not too far behind the lead battle. And thinking about it, these tyres are going to have so much more pace. Project Ty getting a 3-second penalty there, and the two Kick Salvers on track together. Let's see if Project Ty can keep Joker behind. I don't reckon he will be able to on those fresh softs. Joker has driven himself into the position to have a really nice strategy here. Let's see what the Aston Martin can do. As now Swanton closes on the back of Al New, our current race leader, and that is a big issue there. And luckily, looks like Pickle just about missed it. Not sure what happened there to Al New. Was that contact? Was it a spin? We won't know until incident reports come out, I guess. As Sainsy picks up a time penalty. Now Joker will be putting in some inroads on Senna. Let's see what these two who were fighting for the lead previously can do. There we go, Senna setting the fastest lap of the race actually, and then Sloth taking it right back. Senna on the hard tyres, now starting to put some pace in as those hards warm up over a couple of laps. Let's jump back on board to the lead battle at the moment. We have Swanton, Syme and Pickle, and then a bit of a gap, then Smug, then another gap, then Joker, as King Kong gets past Project Tie there. Let's see. Let's turn off the tyre graphics now. And you can see some of our biggest winners there. Our top 3 up 12, 8 and 12 positions respectively. Let's see what the final couple of laps are going to have.